Welcome back to my daily report market analysis videos with me, Richard, market analyst at Hantec on Tuesday, the 8th of October. Moving on to dollar yen now. What we've seen in dollar yen is a tick high. We actually had a bullish engulfing candlestick yesterday. Sentiment surrounding the US-China trade talks took a little bit of a positive shift yesterday amid sort of expectation or hope potentially that a mini deal on trade could be achieved. That didn't encompass the sort of broader reaching sort of technological and government subsidy issues that would have really driven strong improvement in sentiment. But overnight we've seen that China is set to retaliate negatively, presumably, to the US putting on a load of Chinese companies onto a blacklist in the States. And that's dragged on sentiment again. So that positive move that we saw yesterday has been dragged back, only slightly at the moment. And it's interesting that 107.50, which has long been a sort of a pivot area on dollar yen, basically came in as resistance overnight, and the market has failed to sort of break through that. There is a sense that this is turning into a bit of a range play, really. 106.50 in the last couple of days has tended to be sort of the limit of the downside on the intraday moves before the market rebounds to close back above the neckline at 106.75. So it seems to be 106.50, 106.75 basis of support area, but ultimately not really gaining traction in that recovery. 107.50, a move above that would help the traction in the recovery. But it looks as though the market is sort of forming into a bit of a range again. It's trading back within some tight moving averages. You've got the momentum indicators which have sort of come off the bottom a little bit on the daily charts. Here we see on the hourly chart the market momentum indicators have swung lower with that move this morning back, but generally speaking between sort of 30 and 70 tends to be a bit rangy on the hourly chart, and you can see that there's a little bit of a lack of direction really. But if the market starts to close back under 107 figure again, 106.95, then again that would add pressure to the support areas. But for now we're just seeing this as a little bit of a choppy move, and you're going to see that I think throughout this week where the market moves around on news flow surrounding this trade dispute, and the negotiations coming at the end of the week are likely to drive a little bit more of a conviction move through this chart. But generally speaking, this is still, I think, in wait and see mode. You've seen a bit of a drift back to that breakout point, 107.10 area. 106.95 has been also a bit of a pivot as well. So it's a basis of support around that 107 mark. But generally speaking, I think we're still waiting out for the really decisive moves on this chart. So with that in mind, I wish you good luck in your trading. Click here to subscribe to our analysis videos, and also go to our website where you can sign up for our webinars.